It got some good noise on the festival circuit before the general release, which is this Thursday. One of the stars, Rima Te Wiata, is going to be with us. The director, Gerard Johnstone, is with us as well. Good morning.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. And where's your lead lady? Okay?
I hope she'll be with us.
Where is she?
Sure.
Where is she? Was she this much trouble on the set?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people have been saying, why did it take so long to finish this film? We're getting a sense of that now.
Yeah, it's basically she didn't turn up. Is that what happened?
We're on Rima time.
So it's on Rima time. So 4 years in the making. Mm-hmm. So just take us through that period of time, not literally day by day, but what takes 4 years?
Just making it really good, I think. That's what it came down to, is that we just didn't want to settle for something that was okay. I mean, I did get a little bit of writer's block trying to finish a script that was a ghost mystery and had all these great things that I'd never seen in a movie before that I wanted to pack in, and it just seemed a little bit beyond me. And then finally a year later, we started shooting, and the whole time I was shooting it, I was just thinking about that price of admission, which is like $18.50 or something now.
It's ridiculous, the movies, isn't it?
Yeah. And I'm just thinking, I don't know if people will pay to see this. I think we need to do something better. I think we need to do another take. I think maybe I need to reshoot the scene.
Oh my God, are you one of those people?
Well, yeah, because
you're an obsessive.
Well, I like to get value for money. I'm a bit hard up myself, so when I'm paying $18, I want to make sure it's worth
you want to
it.
get value. I completely understand that, but you would presumably also, as a director, have a budget, and each retake you did do, that'll be burning into your back pocket, wouldn't it?
Yeah, totally. But luckily, I'm not the money person. That's Luke, my producer's problem. So I would just sort of lump that onto him. I'm just thinking about whether or not this is going to end my career.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is, at what stage is your career? Because you did the Jackie Brown Diaries. Mm-hmm. People know you from that, and that was very clever. Were you proud of that?
I was very proud of that, and I thought my career was made, and then the show finished, and then I realised it wasn't. The phone, I kept hovering over the phone waiting for it to ring, but no, nothing happened, so I had to go out and...
And so what's the challenge with movies then, as opposed to, you see the television series, very successful television series, that was very good, so why movies? Is there a natural inclination to do a movie per se?
Well, for me, I thought there's a bit of artistic freedom. A television show is very much... it's a collaboration with the network and, satisfying their agendas and everything. So, they've got to sell advertising, they've got to keep that audience, and you're trying to do something that's a little bit out of the box. It's too hard. Yeah. So film, it's like, it's a more artistic medium. You get a little bit more freedom, but, with a low budget, it was the irony that I had actually more restraints than I'd ever had on me
Well, I was
before.
just about to say, because surely although you have artistic freedom to be able to do whatever you want, at the end of the day, you do want to sell, as you say, some tickets, don't you? You do want a few awards at the film festival, so you've got to give somebody something that they're actually going to like.
That's right, yeah. So we decided that we would make a horror movie or a ghost mystery. I want to stop saying horror movie to put people off. Because
well, quick question, more horror than comedy or more comedy than horror?
Way more comedy than horror.
Okay.
Yeah, there's about a minute of
because I was just
horror.
watching a bit of it before, and my God, I mean, and this was with light on a bright sunny day, and I was scared. So I don't want to get freaked out.
Yeah. But it's fun, It's like it goes back to. I think it goes back to like the old, Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein films.
Okay.
That's kind of I think we're basically those are our ancestors, really. For this film, and that's. I mean, if you've seen the Jackie Brown Diaries, my idea of a good time is her sticking a tampon up her nose to staunch a nosebleed. That's where my head's at. So throw a ghost in there, and you've got yourself a horror comedy.
So it's not it wasn't a horror genre thing that you wanted to do. It was a vehicle for the comedy.
Exactly, it was a funny idea that lent itself to being a horror movie.
What'd you do it on, money wise? I mean, where'd the money come from? I always fascinated with these whole backstories of how they got the money and how hard it was and who you applied to and what they wanted for it. Right.
Well, it was this thing called Escalator that the Film Commission rang. It was a little bit like an X Factor for filmmakers. It was the whole voting thing, and then a shortlist. And
a voting thing?
Well, no, sorry, not a voting thing, but it was like a shortlist, and then that shortlist came down to 4. Well, people were obviously they were voting, and they had judges from around the world and stuff. And, so there was a lot of hoops to sort of jump through. And after the Jackie Brown Diaries, it was knocked my confidence a little bit. It was a bit strange. But look, eventually they gave us $250,000, and I thought, well, this is low budget, so at least they'll stay out of our way and they won't complain too much. And they kind of didn't, to their credit. They sort of left us to it. But that $250,000 ran out pretty quickly. And
how do you get the whole thing? Because $250,000 is a lot of money, not to make a movie, but to buy an apartment or a car.
Yeah.
So how do you convince people that, look, I've got no money, come and help me do the project anyway?
Well, half of them you're not able to convince, and you just have to get whoever's believes in the project and is not doing anything at the time.
Do you think that's why Rima's not turned up? She's over it.
She's not getting paid for this.
Exactly. This isn't it. There isn't a good enough gig going here. Is that what it is?
Pretty much.
So you have to rope in people who believe in what you're trying to do, and they see the vision.
Yeah. I mean, I guess so. Yeah. I don't know. It didn't feel like there was much of a vision while we were shooting it, but as the film went on and we started to see things cut together, people got more belief in the project, and it made it easier to bring people in.
So who's endorsed this movie? Peter Jackson.
Yeah.
You got to be kidding me.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
And so not only does Peter Jackson endorse it, his movie Brain Dead was in fact called at one point Housebound.
That's right, yeah.
And you didn't know that?
No, I had no idea.
So there's no plagiarism going on there. You didn't steal all his ideas.
No, if I'd known that, it would have put way too much pressure on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what does he like? Have you actually talked to him about it?
Yeah.
What's he say?
Oh, he was just very complimentary. I mean, I had a 3-hour lunch with him and Fran Walsh. Yeah, it was great. He's got he's got this amazing office, and it's like you go through a secret door. And
this is in Miramar.
Yeah. I won't say exactly where it is because of the.
So it's not only a secret door; it's a secret location.
The clause I had to sign when I went in there. Yeah.
Is that like an SIS thing? Is that like
Well, he was saying actually when John Key went to meet him that the security guys lost him because it's a secret door, and so the security guys were really upset that they had lost the Prime Minister.
So Jackson's got a secret door in a secret location, and you got to sign a waiver, and behind the secret door's lunch.
Yeah, exactly. An amazing lunch. Yeah, but he was very complimentary, very kind. I was sort of like a deer in headlights the whole time. He was talking to me, and I was going in and out of consciousness, thinking, "This is surreal." I'm sitting here with Peter Jackson and Fran Walsh, and they're being so casual and generous, and they were just lovely people. Yeah.
Are they genuinely useful in terms of how they do it, what they've done, and what you can do and learn from them and stuff like that? I mean, are there tips to be picked up?
Yeah, and he's also actually set me up with his manager and his lawyer, so. Yeah, Jeez. Incredibly helpful.
Wow. Yeah, and does that come out of the fact that he was into this sort of genre when he was starting out, and therefore there's a connection?
I think he wonders why New Zealand doesn't make more commercially driven, just popcorn movies. Yeah. That's what he's into. We make very serious.
If he'd set you up with his manager and his lawyer, do you ask for his plane? Because that'd be useful too.
I've thought about it.
Jeez, that wouldn't be bad either. So you go to the festivals with this movie, and that gets good feedback.
Yep.
We're liking it. We're liking it at the festivals. Yeah. Do you have to work at the festivals? Do you have to say, "Hi, I'm Gerard, and I, made my movie, and here it is," or do they just play it and?
No, I had to do a little intro, but I've only been to 2. I could only afford to get to 2.
So what are the 2 you went to?
I went to South by Southwest, and then I went to the Melbourne one.
But the South by Southwest is one of the ones to go to, isn't it?
Yeah. That was the one we really wanted to get into, and that sort of gave us an impetus to finish the film on time, getting into that festival.
So how does it go from that to a general release? How does that happen?
Well, there's a lot of convincing. We had not many people actually wanted it over here. So there was just the stigma about horror movies. They just see it as a horror movie, and it's more than that. But for the audience at home, but yeah, it was hard. It was still a hard ask. New Zealand films, commercially driven. It's just not genre films. It's just
what's the rating on it, by the way?
R13.
Oh, that's not bad.
There's just one bit in it that makes it an R13. I could have cut that bit out.
If you cut that bit out and got yourself a whatever you'd got an M, would it ruin the movie?
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Well, then you can't cut it out.
Yeah, exactly.
You live with the R13.
Yeah, and I don't mind. I didn't make it with 12-year-olds in mind, so that's fine.
No, exactly, precisely. Well, listen, we wish you all the very best with it. And do you know what I've learned out of this interview?
I can imagine.
I didn't need Rima here at all. I mean, not that she's not a lovely woman. I love the woman. Yeah. But really, this is... no, don't tell me she's here now. It's too late. The interview's over. Anyway, listen, all the very best to you. Thanks. Nice to see you. Okay, and good luck with it on Thursday. The rest of the run. Great. Gerard Johnstone. And the movie is... the movie is... Yeah, look... That's it.
Sorry.
Look at it. Can you see the clock? Can you see the clock there? What's that clock say? Read that clock. Read the time. What's the clock? What's the clock say? The interview has to end at 8:23. What time is it now? It's 8:22:50.
Okay, I'll have a debrief with Rima. And
Anyway.
I'll let you get back to your show.
Really quickly.
Yeah, no.
Really
Just,
enjoyed making the film. It's great.
it's a film fantastic. Go see it. It's going to be a smash hit.
Rima's
Oh,
in it.
good.
She's
Is
wonderful.
Is
She's
it? No,
amazing.
I'm asking you.
Oh, you're asking me.
Yeah,
Oh.
very good. No, lovely to see you both.
Thanks.